Hello everyone, welcome back to Voidheart Studios, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Dart Zone Max Nitroshot Volcanic Pro. The Volcanic was released in 2025, shadow dropped onto Dart Zone's website, and is a spring-powered slide prime pro performance hand cannon. This thing is massive. Let's talk about it. Starting up at the front with the overview, there is a muzzle here. This is not a Dart Zone friction muzzle because this is actually a barrel extension. You twist this like this and take it off, kind of like an unstrike barrel lug, but not. And here you get an actual Dart Zone friction muzzle. Oh, I haven't got my deuce here. I know my deuce, my brute. Yep. And you can friction in any Dart Zone friction muzzle attachments you so desire. This attachment here is a regular Dart Zone B car, like what comes with the Nexus Pro X, but they changed the colors and they put it in this little shroud. All you have to do is take out 6 screws and open the shroud and you have a regular Dart Zone B car. Now, I will say the regular B car does look a little bit ugly on the pistol just by itself, so having the shroud is nice. The shroud also has a top tack rail, as well as the pistol itself. On the top tack rail is this little rail-attached front post, which actually goes to the front of the blaster, unlike the Brute where it stops halfway. This is why I like the rail-attached front posts with built-in rear sights, because this can actually give me an accurate sight picture. And of course we move this back here, take this off, and this piece right here is also a rail attachment. There's a bottom rail on this blaster too, so if you wanted to mount like an underbarreled little rocket or something, you can. But this attachment is here because you can also attach the B car for whatever purpose that needs to have, I guess. Also note on the locking muzzle, this is not compatible with any of the other attachments for this style of locking muzzle. It is not compatible with the Deuce's barrel extension, and it is not compatible with the Mark IV's barrel extension. The Deuce, however, is compatible with the Volcanic Pro's B car. Though I don't know how much it'll help, considering once you take the Deuce's barrel off, the Deuce has no barrel. You just go from breech to B car. Ask me how that works, I don't know. But of course, here we go. Down here, of course, we have our trigger safety. When it's on safe, you can't pull the trigger. And when it's pushed in from the right side, you can pull the trigger and fire. I don't know why I thought that was primed. No, whatever. Up here at the top is the priming handle. Pull back to prime. The prime weight is not super heavy. It's a little heavy, but it's good. And of course, you push it forward. That chambers a dart, and you are now ready to fire. This blaster also has slam fire. Pretty neat. Down here is the trigger, and if you know anything about Dart Zone Max blasters, this trigger should look familiar to you. If it doesn't, this is the same grip and trigger. Well, the grip has different knurling on it and stuff like that, but this is essentially the same grip and trigger as the Dart Zone Venom Pro. So yeah, this is essentially a Springer Venom, or a Pistol Lynx. Yeah, this big part right down here underneath the barrel is where the spring is, and it uses a breech turnaround, like the Lynx. I need to make a Lynx review. I still need to review that blaster. I just have completely forgotten to. Anyways, down here at the bottom, you have your mag release, and this blaster comes with 2 12-round Venom Pro magazines. It is also compatible with regular Nightingale mags. My regular Nightingale mags are in my backpack. It is also compatible with Brute Pro mags, though they slide way up into the grip. But they do gravity drop. It also has the same compatibility issue with Elk mags as the Brute does. They fit and they catch. They just are very, very tight, and they're almost cumbersome to put in and pull out. Giggity. So, yeah. And of course, way on the back is a sling or lanyard mount, which is nice that Dart Zone is finally putting sling mounts on their blasters. This is the only Dart Zone high-power blaster that has a sling mount, but A for effort. Don't know why they just don't put sling mounts on their blasters. Anyways, sling mount thing aside, I think that's really all I have to say overview-wise about the Volcanic Pro. Let's take it out to the range and fire it. Alright, I'm out on the range. I've got the Volcanic Pro. Let's blast my target. I have, at first, I have a 12-round mag full of Nitroshot darts. Alright. Yeah. I'm recording this in the morning, so it's hotter and it's more humid. That's kind of sucking right now with the darts. But yeah, next up we got Nerf Pro darts. Alright. I got Ember darts. Dart Zone Ember darts. I'm going to fire a few regular and then I'm going to slam fire the rest. Okay, round is complete. Of course I lost all my accuracy when I started slam firing because top prime slam fire go burr. But yeah, that'll be it for my firing demo. Let's go back in and discuss my final thoughts. Well, I am back inside. I've got the Volcanic. Let's talk about it. First off, chronograph readings. I put this blaster up over my chronograph, or through my chronograph, I guess, and using X-Shot Pro darts, my typical chronograph. Using X-Shot Pro, my typical chronograph darts, I achieved an average of 172 FPS without the B car, and 170 FPS with it. Yeah. This thing, with its P car, has a drastic FPS difference, hitting 160 without and 140s with. This thing is so consistent, and it's likely because it has a B car instead of a P car. If I were able to get consistent results with that thing with a B car, I would have shared, but it's way too under-barreled, and the gases were, the air was borking out my chronograph. But anyways, this thing. Good chronograph results. Really high-powered for a pistol. And that's what it is. It's meant to be a high-powered pistol, like a pistol primary, if you will. And I actually ran this as a primary yesterday at my Nerf group meet, or yesterday at the time of recording this. I ran this thing as a primary with my shield that I made. And it ran really well. I liked it. I didn't get any tags with it because in my shield role I was more focused on protecting my teammates, but I fired some pop shots with it, and even with worn bin darts, it was getting good range. I never had anything whirly-bird or just kind of fart out the barrel or get jammed or anything. I seriously like this blaster. Now, one thing that is a complaint about this blaster is the price. This thing is $54.99. $55 plus shipping. I got this with free shipping because the first week that it was on the site, they just did that as a promotion. They just did free shipping. Now, this is a good blaster. 170 FPS out of a pistol. What you need to do is you need to think back, you need to look at it and think, is this worth $55? Because this costs as much as a Striker 2.0, which hits 200 FPS, which hits 200 FPS and is a big, like, rifle platform. Now, some of you might just like pistols well enough to say, yeah, I'll get a Volcanic. And some of you might be like, no, I like pistols, but, you know, I want the Striker, because it's, you get more for what you pay for. I mean, that's fine. This thing is weirdly overpriced, being at $55. It costs as much as the Venom while having half the features. Well, not really half the features, it's just a spring-powered Venom. But, yeah. That's really your only issue, is for the price. But other than that, my opinion's really good on this blaster. I think it's great. It performs well. It does everything it sets out to do. My only other cons other than the price is that it does not have a quick swap spring. You have to take the whole blaster apart to get to the spring, which isn't too terribly many screws. It's not like Hasbro blasters where a pistol this size has like 20 screws in it. I'm counting 12, maybe. But yeah, you do have to take the whole thing apart to get into it. But the upgrade kit you can buy for this, that comes with, an upgrade spring and a downgrade spring, also comes with a barrel an extended barrel. So, yeah, you can take the barrel out, put in a longer barrel, and you can really boost your performance. And what's cool about being able to take the B car out of the shroud is then you can use the shroud for the extended barrel. So, yeah. It's a really cool blaster. It has some bad things about it. It has some good things about it. It has some really good things about it, actually. But I will leave the purchase decision up to you. If you do want to purchase this blaster, I will leave a buy link in the description, as I always do, to dartzoneblasters.com. And, yeah. That'll really be it for this video. If you did enjoy this, please do leave a like and subscribe. Comment whether or not you really want to get the Volcanic, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!